What's up, Facebook? Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Going live just to give you a quick update of the studio that I built out here at the offices where I work at. I was getting a lot of questions of people that were asking me what equipment I got, how much everything cost, what was the flow of connecting everything. So I figured why not just go live and show everyone what it looks like and how I put it to use. But first, I'm just going to refresh things, make sure I am going live, make sure we have sound, make sure I'm public. Yep, everything's good to go. So first thing, if you guys are watching this and you have a comment or a question, drop it in the comments. I can see it. I can pop it up on the screen as a graphic and answer it for you. But to get things started, first things first, these are Shure SM7B microphones. Very good, very high quality. If you're a fan of podcasts, you've probably seen this mic before, like Joe Rogan uses it. People like Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer. This is kind of like the industry standard. You'll see this everywhere on video if you watch it. Very good, crisp quality sound. And they are about $400. We got two of them just for interview purposes. But they're very good. The one drawback, if you're used to using a Blue Yeti microphone, which is USB, you'll probably not really be used to like with that Blue Yeti microphone, you'll be plugging it right into your computer, your laptop, whatever it may be, and you'll be good to go and be ready to use it whenever you're ready. With this, these are XLR cables, mainly used for better quality sound. Once you get to the higher price points, better quality stuff, you have to use XLR cables, which is where a sound mixer will come into play. But first, these are on arms by Frameworks. These are great, super easy. You can adjust them, move them all around. But the great thing about them, there's an XLR cable built into the arm. So this piece right here is built through the arm and goes down around the back and plugs into the back of our mixer right here. Our Rodecaster Pro, this thing's a beast for audio. If you are into podcasting or really live streaming, anything of that sort, this is a great thing to control all your audio through. As you can see, the levels up here are monitoring my voice right now, but you can control the audio. You can mute mics. You can have up to 4 inputs for the mics with full control over the levels and the audio output for them. You can mute them. You have a USB if you wanted to connect maybe your laptop or something to play clips out of, or you can plug in your phone as well. And then over here is a Bluetooth option as well. I probably wouldn't use it, but it's there if you need it. And these are all adjustable. You can adjust the levels for each of them as well. And then the cool thing about this, these pads on the right-hand side, they are built-in soundboard, basically. So you can plug in your theme music, any additional noises or sound drops you want to include. So first one, I don't know how loud this is going to be, so maybe you want to turn things down a little bit. Should be so that should be the theme music, and you could see that music was playing up here. The levels were going up and down, so there was sound. There's plenty of other things in here, such as different things like that, but it's fully customizable. If you download the software, you can upload things super easily. But like I was saying, in the back over here, you have the XLR mics going in. We currently have 2 of them plugged in right now. I have one I'm talking to right now right here, and then we have one across the other side of the room, which is where we typically do our trainings and podcasts and stuff. And that mic that's on the other side of the room is right here, this first one that I just have muted and turned all the way down, so there's no sound coming through it. But on the other outputs on the back, you have 4 inputs for headphone jacks. But the one thing to be aware of, they are 1/4-inch jacks, so you have to buy little adapters. I can probably take one out and show you. They are the bigger kind. So your typical little like regular headphone jack you see with just regular headphones, they won't work. They'll be too small. So you have to buy these big guys, and then you plug that into the hole in the back to convert the sound. Which is what this is. This wire right here, this cable is a headphone cord that we have hooked up to a little splitter so we can have multiple people to listen in and listen to the headphones. But if you weren't doing live streaming like I'm doing right now, you could easily record everything through a SD mic or SD card or a hard drive, or you can record it right to Adobe Audition. Obviously, you can see the big record button right here. But then you also can adjust all the headphone jacks and the total output for the sound. But because we're live streaming and we have it hooked up to a switcher right now, we have these two outputs that are left and right. They're 1/4 inch jacks going into a Atem Mini Pro switcher, going right into the back, which is mic 1 on the Atem Mini Pro. Atem Mini Pro is a Blackmagic product. It's great so far. I love it. You can have multiple inputs through HDMIs. Currently, obviously, this is one of them. I have a camera up to my left, and then you can have like a desktop down here, and we have an additional 4th HDMI output or input that we have free to use. Eventually, we're going to get a Vibe board, which is basically a big smart board. You can do presentations and search the internet and do a ton of fancy things and presentations in front of it. Eventually, that'll be the 4th input on the Atem Mini. But this thing's very cool, very easy to use. Obviously, it's just a flick of the button, switches between all of them, 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the cameras. You can also have picture-in-picture. So right now you see me in the bottom right corner, top, left, right, all over the place. You can also have very simple transitions. You can fade into them. Each of the cameras, some different silly transitions. Get that back. And I'll put that back to normal. But yeah, and then the last thing, you can live stream directly from the Atem Mini. That's one of the tricky things I haven't really figured out yet. But what we use, the software we use, you don't really need it anyway. But if you wanted the option, there is a way to do it. You can stream to one Facebook page and one YouTube page, and you can only do them like one at a time. You can't like do everything at the same time. But the software I'm about to show you does let you do that and a lot more. But to finish up with the Atem Mini, like I said, the streaming was a little tricky for me when I first got it. I went to use it, and I would click this on air button up at the top right. Once you set up the software and download it, you should be just good to go. But I would press it, and nothing would happen. I don't know why. I did a ton of Googling and trying to figure things out, but nothing really worked. But yeah, so we really don't use it anyway. Over here, you have the video out, which is important if you want to be watching yourself while you're doing it. Make sure your just kind of angles and cameras are set up correctly. So there is a video out, but that's one of the drawbacks I do see with the Atem Mini. I wish there was 2 video outs instead of just one. So I could have my boss Joe, who does a lot of the interviewing and training. He could have one monitor, which is sitting right in front of me, and he could sit across the room and look at it. But instead, we have it going to a big TV in the top right corner of the room, which is fine, which is great. But I just wish they had more than one. You could customize and whatever. But one of the cool things about the video out, it does let you have a program board. So if you are used to news studios or some big TV station, you see like behind the scenes, they have like a ton of screens everywhere. It's kind of the same thing. It lets you preview the picture before you are going live, before you really take it. Also lets you see all the levels and all the camera angles laid out in front of you before you start to go live. But got some comments coming in. Oh, what's up, Will? Got Joe. What's up, guys? But yeah, if you guys have any other questions about actual technical stuff, yeah, let me know. I can answer them. But we have the Atem Mini has an output over here in the back right, and that is going directly into the iMac in front of me. And it's basically a USB-C to a USB regular. So you can plug it right into the back of your Mac or iMac or MacBook or Windows laptop, whatever you have. But the one great thing about it, I wasn't sure how this was going to work with compatibility with Zoom or Skype or just regular Facebook Audio Premiere or Audio Audition. But it's great. With the USB, it picks everything up. So it picks up the camera and the audio separately, so you're able to program it. And that's what I'm talking through right now, USB. But we have that going right to our Mac, which is going to a software called StreamYard. And StreamYard is the easiest thing that we have for streaming. It lets you go to Facebook pages, groups, your personal profiles, your YouTube page. LinkedIn just upgraded, so you can do that. And it's got Periscope as well. Periscope, I just pretty sure that's ending. Twitter's shutting Periscope down. But other than that, you can also do Twitch if you want to do gaming. You could set up all your gaming stuff and go right to Twitch with this as well. It's basically StreamYard is basically a dumbed down OBS software system. If you know what that is, if you're into gaming, StreamYard is basically just a dumbed down version of that. So with StreamYard, you can see I have the graphics going along the bottom, and I can also switch up all the branding. So like we do a bunch of different shows and different things for the different companies that I work for. So like this first one is Legacy Developers. So we have this branding right here that you can now see on the screen that has our Facebook page, Instagram page. It's got a little live in the corner, the logo up here, backwards, that you can switch out. And this is just a basic PNG that I made in Photoshop. Didn't take me very long, and it's pretty easy to do, and they're all customizable. I can show you a couple different ones we have. So this one was for a show that we used to do with my boss, Joe. Same sort of thing. I can also do the comments like you just saw. Let me turn that off. So here's Joe actually watching right now. So you can bring up your comments, and if anybody has questions, live questions, you can answer them right as you're going live. And it's very easy to use. And you can also customize the banners you have going across. So these are a couple of different ones that we have already pre-programmed, and you can easily just switch them out, customize them right within whatever you want. So let me actually show you the screen. So this is what it is. Once you create an account, you go in, hook up all your destinations, all your Facebooks, all your YouTubes, go to broadcasts, go create a new event, and then you go into the studio. It'll save everything you have done in the past for, I think it's up to 30 days, maybe even longer than that. You can download everything. It'll save everything. It'll show you where you went live, what was the title. And it's just super easy to use. I'll enter the studio real quick from this end. It's about to get real confusing because we got multiple things going at the same time. But as you can see, I'm here on my basic MacBook laptop. So I'm going to enter the studio. And a lot of confusing stuff going on. But as you can see, these are all the banners. These are the comments you can click on, the branding. And it's pretty simple to use. If I were to go live, there's a little live button. I could click end. But I'm going to leave the studio right here on my MacBook. And I'm going to bring back up. There you go. There we go. Cool. Now we're back. But yeah, that's our studio. Everything runs from the Rodecaster Pro, well, from Shure SM7B microphones. We have these arms to the Rodecaster Pro. These then go to the Atem Mini Pro. One thing to point out, there are different versions of the Atem Mini. Ours is the middle one. Ours is the Atem Mini Pro. There's just an Atem Mini, which just doesn't have the extra these extra buttons over here on the side for video out. Goes into the Atem Mini Pro, and then everything goes to StreamYard, which is very easy to set up. You can do all the graphics like I just showed you. And just extra stuff other than that, like we bought a couple of tripods to hold the cameras up. They were like under $100 each. The cameras, this is right in front of me, is my personal Panasonic Lumix GH5, which is great. I love. And then over here above my shoulder is my old Canon T3i, which is fine. It gets the job done. The only drawback is, even though I souped it up and downloaded this crazy software to try and figure it out, it's still got this black border around it that you can kind of see on the screen right now. But let's see, we got some more comments. More people. But yeah, so this is, other than that, just HDMI cables going in the back. We bought like a 10-pack or a 5-pack of 10-foot long cables so we can move cameras around if we need to. Everything will still be going into the Atem Mini. They were under $20 or $30. All the adapters for the different cables in the back of the Atem or Rodecaster Pro were under $30. Like the quarter-inch adapters were $25, I think, for 4 of them. And everything else was in studio. I'm sure monitors, you can get a nice monitor now for $200. Luckily, we just already had an iMac right here that we can plug in and use. And if you, obviously, I already had my cameras, but if you were to add an extra cost to the cameras, I'm going to say GH5 now is like $1,500 plus a lens. So another probably total over $2,000. And Canon T3i is just really old. I don't even know what they are now. But you can get a decent one for under $1,000. And then other than that, I have 2 simple light kit set up as well. Fill light, key, and then there's a basic overhang light as well. That was under $200 for all that. And you could even get a green screen. The Atem Mini Pro does some cool green screen stuff as well with their software that comes with it. But other than that, that's pretty much the build out of everything. We did all this for under $3,000. Obviously, having cameras already that were mine definitely helped on the cost, but other than the cameras, all of this was under $3,000. The Atem Mini Pro was like $600. Rodecaster Pro was like $600. Microphones were about $400 a piece. The arms with the cables built in were about $100 a piece. But yeah, this is our setup. This is everything you need. And yeah, this is it. This is how we live stream multiple times a week, and it's super easy to use, very easy to set up once you kind of get everything in place. And that's it. So thanks for watching. And of course, if you guys have any more questions, shoot me a DM, text me, whatever you need, and yeah, I'll answer your questions. So thanks for watching, guys.